creators, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Pamela and I put out beauty related videos like once or twice a week. And yes, you may see small human walking around in the background. Don't mind her. She's just eating her goldfish. We finally moved and it took like 2 months to get into this house and another week to do the whole moving process. But we are finally here, so you will see different background changes until I find the perfect spot to film because the entire house is still a huge mess. Anyway, let's just jump right on to what I'm going to talk about today, and it is going to be sort of my favorites and my not so favorites from Boxycharm. I have been subscribed to Boxycharm since November, and I have had a lot of really good stuff come my way and a lot of really bad stuff. And I don't mean bad as in horrible products, I mean as in the colors just did not work for me. They either were clashing with my sort of skin type or skin tone, or they just are things that I can't see myself using every day or not part of my sort of normal routine and that I just couldn't adopt. So I went ahead and just passed them along to family and friends, and these sort of things here that I've got in front of me are things that I, one, use just about every single day, and two, am still trying to make work because I still have faith in them. So let's just jump right in, shall we? The first thing is, of course, primer. And primer, I've been trying really hard to like this primer. I can't remember exactly what box this primer came in, but I remember it being such a big deal because it's Smashbox. And not only that, but instead of a full size, which they claim they always give us, it was a sort of deluxe size, and I know that that was a big topic of discussion. It wasn't so much the fact that the size was kind of misleading, it was more the product just doesn't work for me. I get really oily later on in the day after wearing my makeup for a few hours. And for some weird reason, like, it doesn't really do anything for my pores. I'm not really sure, like, to be honest, what the claims for this primer is 100%. I just know that it's overhyped, and for me, it just still isn't working. So I'm still using it just for the sake of not wasting any product. The next thing I want to move into is this concealer collection, and I'm still trying to use this. And although they go on your finger super creamy and super smooth, they don't apply on your face as well as I want it to. Maybe I'm not doing it right. Maybe I should use a brush instead. I feel like my finger would warm up the product and make it easier to apply, but it's still not working out. And I even used this Pure sponge to sort of blend it in because I really like the Pure Sponge Trio that we received in last month's box, and with this concealer, it's just still not working out. So this is sort of something that I'm still, like I said, trying to make it work, and I may just use it for another month or so, and after that, if I'm not able to apply it to my routine, then I will just pass this product on to somebody else. For sort of my bronzer duo, I am still loving this crown brush. This is so perfect for bronzer. I have this one here by Sedona Lace, but it's so much more like flimsy compared to this one. And I feel like this one is just like the perfect fan brush. I want to talk about the bronzer. This bronzer I've had for quite some time, and it's by Pure, and it is the Mineral Glow, and it is wonderful. As you can see, they're almost very similar. This might be a little bit deeper than the butter bronzer, but both apply very smooth and very pretty. It doesn't smell as pretty as the butter bronzer, but these two together, match made in heaven. Love it. I use this again for my cheeks today, and I also used it to apply my crease color. Hi, human. Don't mind her. She's just exploring the house. I took the bronzer and I applied it with this Sedona Lace brush, which I also received through Boxycharm, and I love this brush. Like, I love this brush more than I love my MAC 217, and if you're a makeup addict or enthusiast, then you know that the MAC 217 is like one of the best blending brushes out there, and this one is just so much softer and so much easier to just pick up a little bit of product and blend right in. Like, there's literally no effort in using this brush, and I actually have two of these now. That's how much I love it. The next thing I want to talk about is the blush. Now, it's not really a blush, but I love using it as a blush. And since there are no rules to makeup and you can pretty much put anything that you want on your face, however which way you'd like, I love this Vintage Highlight by Jessica. I'm just going to leave the name down here for you because I cannot pronounce that last name and I don't feel like butchering it. But I love this sort of beautiful rose gold pink-like highlight. To also use it as a highlight and a blush topper, which I have done before. All three ways is wonderful. So I'm not gonna lie, it was like the first highlighter I ever like received on its own that didn't come in like a sort of kit or set. And I love it and I use it, yeah, just about every single day. As far as my highlight, I love Rodeo Drive by Ofra, and it is something that's been overhyped for so long, and the hype is real because it is just gorgeous. It is one of the most pigmented like highlighters I've ever owned, and I don't have very many highlighters. I'm not a highlighting like maniac or anything, and it's a perfect like gold highlight, and it looks like literally just light is hitting my face. I've got it all over the high points of my cheeks. I have it on the tip of my nose. I wore it as my eyeshadow today because I just simply love using my bronzer and my highlight right now for my eye looks, because not only is it super easy, but I feel like it's super pretty for like spring/summer, even though today is like insanely gloomy and raining, but it still looks really pretty together. And then as far as my lips, I sort of love this lip liner. This is the I Am Precious Real Her lip liner. Sorry, mine is super gross. I just used it, but it is so creamy and so smooth, like any sort of other pencil liner I've used before, and I don't really have very many to begin with. It just doesn't like do that thing where it like crumbles, like I don't know if you've ever applied a lip liner and just had like the tip of the liner like just crumble on you, and it's so annoying. This goes on almost like a lipstick. Like, it's very weird that it just goes on like super smooth and creamy, and I love it as a lip color. It looks so like pretty and like perfect for spring. And then I top it with this guy here, and I mentioned this in my April's like Boxycharm review, and although I hate the applicator, I love this gloss. Like, it's so perfect. It's like a nude gloss that you can literally pair with any lipstick or lip liner that you have, and I love doing this combo. It's not sticky, it feels hydrating and super comfortable, and I'm not one for lip glosses, but I've been using this as my lip combo for like a couple days now, and I just love everything about it. So yeah, that's all I've got for you guys today. Hopefully you enjoyed my sort of little update on my 6 months worth of Boxycharm stuff I've adopted into my everyday routine. I'm hoping that maybe in the next 6 months I can update this sort of routine. And there's Cecilia. Hi, Cecilia. So hopefully you guys like this video. If you do, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give me a big thumbs up, and spread my love for makeup, and I will see you guys sometime later this week. Mwah! Bye bye. She's not happy.
Nope.